on here. Welcome to my live reaction to the first episode of Ballroom Youkoso. It's a dance anime, right? But I think it's probably more like a sport anime. I don't know, I've never seen it. I often call it Yuri on Land, right? And it looks something like this right in the manga. So they have, ballroom dresses and I guess compete. I think it's interesting. Before you watch it, I just want to give you a very quick my own experience of dance. Because I have done somewhat compared dance, just a little bit. And if you know me from the blog, right, I'm a huge martial artist. I'm in love with martial arts. I'm doing martial arts for, I don't know, Jesus Christ, more than 20 years. And I've been a trainer and doing all that, good shit, right? And so when I was in senior high school, so back in Sweden then, you have to, senior high school, you have to pick one aesthetic, like elective course, and you have to pick either theater, art. This is art, unfortunately, not art and crafts, art is unfortunately, and dance. And we also have like photography, but I think those three are like mandatory for any school to have, I think, do the law, that they can have other similar things if they have teachers for them, but and so on, but have to have those three things. So I was like, I want to pick dance, because I want to like improve my martial art, right? I want to improve my footwork, so martial art like almost every day, so I improved that. And I also actually picked more like gym and so on at the school. So I went to have like 2.5, 3 hours each week, like one big lesson of like exercise pretty much. And I picked to have more of that voluntarily. Then I joined the club and taught like classes, not club classes. I had 4 of them in total actually. So one also per day. So I picked dance to have the same thing there. And of course also recently I was like, well, it's gonna be a lot of girls and so on, right? And you're thinking like, well, it's probably gonna be, so I have some, okay, it's maybe about 30 to 40 students in that, and it's probably gonna be like, 20 men, so well, more like 20, yeah, like 20 females to 10 males or so, and some girls could be like, oh, you're a creep, and then everyone dance with you because they're like, oh, you speak this because you wanna touch girls. I'm like, not honestly, but anyway, right? So I had it kind of, so far I suppose it sounds kind of like normal, right? It's usually a lot of a few males, those kind of things, right? But when I went to the first day, I didn't know before because we picked it like the first week, second week of start, right, of senior high school. I knew half or so of the school, but I didn't know all of them and so on, right? So you get this, I get through the dance place, right? We had this like, the teacher and so on. And she's and I am the only man. This is true, yeah. I'm the only man there. And it turned out I was the only guy that had picked to go to dance that year. And I guess it was probably worth that many area. But yeah, so I was the only guy there. And so my initial thought before, like the morning before, the week before, I was like, okay, it's gonna be a few females, it's gonna probably, like a lot, because they can dance, also as a woman, right? Because I have the man part, the woman part, and do the partner dance, right? And they would like to do it here. Someone else they would complain, they would want this for the girls or whatever, right? It'd probably be fine. It'd be, yes, there would be, probably 2 or more times more, females than men, but it'd be fine. But when I get there, I say again, so I'm the only guy, and it's like 30-something girls, maybe like 32 to 3, roughly there, and the female teacher. And so yeah, so that was like super cringe, super awkward for a year, for the whole senior high school. That was super awkward. And of course also the teacher, she was quite attractive. She was very, very, very fit, working on as a dancer, right, and so on. And she was always like, super happy with me, right? So, I mean, probably was the best dancer anyway, but like she was always super happy that she has like had one male student, right? And she was always like, "Oh, you're so good! Oh, you do this perfectly!" So it's always like complimenting me all the time, but also make they have pretty much all the girls hated me, right? Or or confused, whatever. They were like, "What? This is weird." Yeah, one guy is weird, and I mean it's super weird. And then thanks to her, you just made it worse, right? So, like she made the teacher pets automatically. And every week she was like, "Oh yeah, you learn it so fast," and all the time, right? And they were like, so that was a nice time. And also, you say, and we also had to have this like, so kind of the end of the year, so each episode 2 times a year. We have this like huge, it's like a culture festival, I guess we call it like that. And of course, if you go to the dance program, that you have to show some, whatever, choreographer, dance together, 30 people, or, so what, or, something like that. People have to do that. Theater, a play, right? Something like that. And because I was the only man, she always put me in the focus. She was like, oh, you have to be in the middle, and you have to do this thing, and you have to do this thing. And she always like built the choreography around me. Which made it even worse, of course. But it did make sense though, and of course, I was the best dancer, of course, as well. But so anyway, yeah, that's my that's what I mean. I can even more into this, but it's a very brief, very brief experience I had there. I went to this dance thing. I thought it was gonna be, good for my footwork, and also maybe meet some girls. I was 15, 16, right? So there were some girls, right? And or maybe some hot boys. I don't know. Yeah, like, yeah, honestly, because I was really like hot boys, right? And I get there, and it's like, no, this is 33 girls, and it just becomes insta awkward, right? It becomes awkward. And the teacher, she just every day she made it more awkward. Yeah, she's made it more awkward. Anyway, let's watch Ballroom, Youkoso. Which I don't think will be the same in my experience, but something similar maybe, right? So yeah, 3, 2, 1, and go. And I think this anime is gonna be. Oh, sorry, probably saw my battle noting there. What did you? Sit again. Okay, yes. I can't even sit myself because of that. Actually, screens. Okay, so I think it's gonna be like a sport anime, right? Sure, it's for dancing, but I suppose they're gonna compete and you're gonna join a team, a club of ballroom dancing, and then it's gonna be right main character. I think so. Flyta. They say I love one thing, but I couldn't say it for some reason. I couldn't say it. It's very, very Japanese. You have good grades. You have to go to a better school. And yeah, like there was even okay, even 10. She's like me. It's like yes. She's an idiot into smart. She's like me. I was like yes. She is probably also a modern dancer. I think it could be actually be a really good anime. Like seriously. And I'm not saying that because I have, but I go from my own backstory and I like dancing sometimes. I mean, I guess his only thing is he loves dancing, probably, right? It's like I only have one dream. Oh yeah, that's nice. It's probably not talking goalie. Yeah, they walk into this mirror at an opening, and we see the ballroom. Nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. Definitely reminds me of the talking goal though. There's a lot of pretty boys, so I like it. I was thinking how to draw her body there. I was like, man, her back, she can't have much bone in her back here. The angle is like, yeah. I mean, obviously, it can be very flexible, but it's like, wow, they're really pushing it. Hmm. Well, this looks interesting, seriously. I won't even make it out. I know some people are gonna be, they do this like live action and the things. I'm honestly feels for the moment opening, I actually do feel honestly that I wanna watch it. Like, I'm like, yeah, this looks pretty cool. If they have like cool battle, I don't know. I'm interested to see how it's gonna be. Right? Are they gonna like battle with different dance? Oh, I have this four-ball dance and you have this thing, and they like just try this thing, you have to do this thing more, or could actually be something really cooler. Well, I guess now though they're gonna probably just like have to build it up, right? He has to find the club where he's gonna do the dance, and so yeah, it's probably a bit further away though, right? Until we see them actually do like a tournament. Okay, so he's not into dancing; he's following her. And some random tag appears. Random tag, guys. He's never gonna get saved now by his own, muscular dancer guy, right? Yeah, you don't mess with these muscular dance guys. I like it as a typical tongue look there that all the color, yeah, like, yeah. Förstår du, a hole in his teeth there. Yeah. See, I mean, obviously, the troop, right? I mean, it's sort of cliche, obviously, yeah. Some hot boy is gonna appear now and know how to fight him. Of course. And that's how we, and it's a good. But they're like, oh wait, this guy is like 3 meters tall. I like how you threw the wallet there. Yeah, I was like, I'm thinking that. The wallet is like, it threw it back there. Nice. And it's like, yeah. But you're gonna join my ballroom club now. I saved it from the bodies. Yeah. classic portrait guy. This is definitely a sport anime now. There's some random guys like, we need more students. You will join. We welcome you. Okay, so he gets forced into dancing. Okay, so he doesn't have that dream. He doesn't have like the background of dreaming of dancing. More old couples now though. And they go, oh, Nissan! Nice of Nissan. He's like, yes, I like this kid, young shonen. Understand you can't say it openly. I believe in you, kid. He's like, what? No, I just happened to be at the door. What? He's punched him, huh? Yeah, it's like I'm gonna teach you how to stand properly. But dropping your shoulders though. I was like, I have huge shoulders, I can never do that. I'm a bad, yeah, I can do that thing. It make me look, I would say, more like slouching if I do that thing. You know. I'm looking at myself, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, I know him. And it's like, oh shit. He probably thinks I'm a stalker. Can do beast here. Yeah. What? I can teach you coordinates. It's like, you do this thing. And for him, it's super awkward. I've never touched a girl in my class before. Oh, you're perf. Scared me. Yeah, she's super serious. She's like, I live for this. Who are you, perv? Classic, like push you in the sun, right? Like, I need more, I need more kids at my studio. Please join, you cute boy. Yeah, dance sport, nice. We're obviously gonna be like a sport anime, yeah. He's just new, but pretty good. She's nothing like me. She has like ghosts in her life. Damn it. Hopefully, I have to beat her. I have to defeat her one day. Yeah, he's not a very motivated main character. He's not a very like doesn't have that kind of doesn't have the drive right if you see main characters. You can see me grow a lot in this anime. This is a character who's gonna have to have this huge growth, right? Yeah, it's like they're worried about you if you decide your next school. It's a small tub. But they're always very like deep in Japan. Something I wish we had more here. Tubs are useless in this place here. They're always like, very, very it can be quite deep, but they're very, very they have no depth, so you can't go into them. He's gonna watch them and be like, man, it's freaking awesome. Sneaky on his side, like, oh, it's my cup. Please return it. No, it costs. He's gonna be like, oh no, he seems to be pretty poor, right? Yeah, he seems to be pretty poor, so. Given his housing and so. Yeah, I mean, I guess it'd be like, it's like a poor kid. His TV is pretty good, but I don't know. Given the kitchen we saw earlier in the bathroom, it looks to be. And they couldn't like rob him because he had no money. Yeah, let's get into the sport now. It's gonna be like, interesting. Like very flashy and the outfits. How can I afford that pretty much, right? Yeah. The look. So he can when he dances, he's speaking to me. It's like okay, so it's all about having the okay, so there are a bunch of narcissists. If you want to do dance, you have to be a narcissist. That's what I'm learning from this. And he won this either, yeah, because he's really good. Say Youkoso. But if it's like a skill for him to afford it then. That's always been a problem for me here as well, like my home country and so on, when it comes to like dance clubs, dance schools, like out of not on like specific programs, but like after school times, right? Because they are usually are extremely expensive, right? Like seriously, like in Sweden it costs I don't know several at least $100 per time. Yeah, it's really expensive. It's me, yeah. See? It's all about being a narcissist. That's what I'm learning here. Like, hey, when I be the best at dancing, max narcissism. They can't afford it. Yeah, that's actually like a serious issue. I mean, I said again, yeah, because it's really expensive usually to dance clubs, like in general in the world, right? Everywhere I've been, so it's expensive. Yeah, and it's like I have to like work at the club. Yeah, I was thinking that can they give us a kind of easier, cheaper program? He's like, I like it, kid. Yeah, he's like, It's like he really wants to learn. I like him. I really want to dance, yeah. I want to be a sport dancer. Get me to the pro circuit. Säg också mycket, yeah, this kid. I'm gonna teach him. Yeah, it's like, I like him. It's a classic, you know. Yeah, look at me. It's quite insane. Look at that kind of. Yeah, it's getting resolved here. I have to change my life. Nice. Det är så nice. Sorteringarna, yeah. Yeah. Probably gonna fail though. It's like classic main character who failed though, right? I think you can manage this at least. It's gonna be easy. It's like, I don't know, man. This is the only thing you do. For 3 months straight. Don't do anything else. Like, that's a dance, probably. That is the whole dance. Like, he's mastered this move. Let's do this thing like half a year, every day, 10 hours, and then we get the next step. Yeah, I like him. It's like, you do this move until you learn it. No, he has like fundamentals. Like, I'm not teaching the fundamental, the basics. Yeah, it's like, I have to test if you want to do the fundamentals right. Yeah, it's like, I can't do this horrible, boring stuff. Just do that thing. It's testing him. See if he's a true dancer, right? I love it. It's like, just do this boring thing. Just do it. Just keep doing that thing. Until they stop. It's like, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of, it's not like, what I say, like for martial arts, right? It's like, you do this technique, and you just do that until you master it. Do it for 3 hours straight. Like, you know, it's no break. Just do it. Yeah, pendulum, yeah. Using the momentum to go up again. Hmm. Yeah, then you use your current momentum to swing up again. Yeah, makes sense. I love like 5 months later, still doing this thing. That would be great. Yeah, and of course he will come and see him practicing this like super fundamental basic move. Be like, oh, that boy is actually doing the most boring thing ever. He's still doing it. Nice. Or it's like he's super talented for some reason. Yeah, or it's like super genius talented at this. He just doesn't know it. Yeah, basic figures. Like we train basic. Maybe it's really good. Like I saw this once, so now I mastered it. I know how to do it. It's like I can copycat what I saw from the from the. It's like I saw Seiko so I'm doing it once, so I know how to do it. And of course, it's like, no, girl, touching me! I can't do it now. He's gonna like super drop down now, right there. He can't do it now, and he's doing it with a partner. Yeah, he's doing it all night. And so we all sweat right on the floor, right? Yeah, he's like doing it for 10 hours straight. The shoes are, yeah, blisters. Of course. Yeah, super serious. He's just a poor character. I brought the shoes. You told me to do the books all night. Yeah, it's like you told me to not stop. So I was like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, teach me next one. I learned it now, right? Next step. Yeah, he's like stupidly good, right? Like, you just need a box all night? That's insane. It's like, okay, so the ending. I liked it a lot. Like seriously, it's both funny. I like the main character. He's like this has stupidly, stupidly hard work. Right? It's like, oh, I did it all night. Of course, you told me to do it all night. You said I shouldn't stop until I master it. So I was like, yeah. And that's kind of the humor scene. Like I know this step perfectly, but I can't do it with a partner because obviously he's presented as this, like pretty much out there kid, right? Misfit with no friends, no money, and so on, right? Pretty much, and so on and so forth, right? And touch the girl, he's like, I can't do that. Yeah, he's like completely fast over as soon as he touches his classmate right there. Okay, damn it. No, yeah, I like it so far. I mean, it's. And that is not weird at all. I mean, one issue, but it could be an issue. Because I say now is that it depends though. You will see how they're gonna do it right later when they're actually doing tournaments or whatever. That's the kind of the actual pro stuff talking about. Yeah, how would that be? I'm not saying it has to be bad, but I'm saying that nothing in this episode presented the actual judging and this thing and rules or whatever. So that could be you know that's probably a big break or make right later on in the anime. Um, but of course, it's the first episode, so you have to build up the character, give you some background, show some of the other characters, right? Okay, I see a preview here. He goes to his first tournament and watch smaller team. Um, yeah, Get some kind of rival guy there. Yeah, like it's time for some rival, right? It's time for a rival enemy. Oh, yeah, it was great, actually.